Hello everyone, TMG here. I thought, I don't play the Super Mario All-Stars very loud. I don't play the Mario All-Stars version of any of the original Mario Trilogy games that much. I usually just play the NES ones because there's slight differences in the All-Stars ones that just slightly bother me. But today, playing the All-Stars ones. Yeah, this is the Wii version, which is in support of the SNES version. But yeah, I thought, I was thinking, I think Mario 2's. Let's do Mario 2. We only got to World 4 on that one. Let's see. What should we? Oh, I see. Okay. I don't know how to delete a save file. I guess we'll just do that. Yeah, I always start the first level with Mario. If I remember, there's a bit of input lag in this version, so gotta be kind of careful. Yeah, there's definitely some input lag. It feels a little off. Hopefully I'll get used to it. Hopefully. Everyone should know where the first mushroom is by now, I'd assume. Or not, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't assume anything. It bothers me slightly that when Mario jumps in his version, he doesn't raise his fist like in the NES version. It's like one of the only Mario games now where he doesn't raise his fist when he jumps. Kind of odd. One up. Ooh, get rid of that. Mario 2 it's just one of those Mario games where it's so much fun no matter how many times you play it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're not going to do the shortcut route. We're going to play the full game here. Well, one video at a time, I guess. Just thought maybe it'd be nice to do a video series where instead of just blasting through the game, we dedicate a video to each world of the game. Taking our precious time. Really seeing the game for its fullest. Oh, that's right. Climbing up vines is a little more slippery in this version for some reason. Like, it's much easier to fall off a vine in this version. I don't know why. What's your favorite version of Mario 2? NES? NES, GBA, Super Nintendo? Personally, NES is my favorite version. The first version I played was the GBA version, but I don't know. I think the NES version just, I don't know, feels a little more unique in some ways. Or it has more of its... I think the All-Stars and GBA port of the game kind of made it Mario 2 look more like other Mario games. I think it lost a little bit of its uniqueness, but it is still the same game. It is still fantastic. Oh, lucky. I'm just spamming random buttons, really. But yeah, the gameplay is basically the same throughout the three versions. There's minor differences in the SNES version that bother me. The GBA version has even bigger differences. Like Toad, he doesn't run faster in the GBA version when he's holding an enemy. And when I last played the GBA version, I was like, why is Toad feel so much slower? I don't know why they did that. I know, like, technically it doesn't make sense to be faster when you're holding something, but, like, come on, it was so much fun. And it really helped balance out his character more. I don't think he seems as balanced anymore. Luigi time. Yeah, I probably don't do good impressions, but. Oh wow, that's really close. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, you need the key. Don't be silly. Oh. Okay. Yeah, those minor differences are really. I'll get used to it eventually. I don't know, but if I had to pick my favorite Mario game, this game is definitely a top contender. Sure, like it doesn't have a world map like Mario 1, but I don't know. It doesn't have nearly as many levels as later Mario games, but like I think it's kind of a quality over quantity sort of thing with this game. It's just every level is just so incredibly fun. I don't know. It's really hard to beat Super Mario. Or I'm not talking about. When I say it's really hard to beat Super Mario Bros. 2, I'm not talking about the difficulty of the game. I'm talking about when comparing it to other games. You know, like I don't know. I guess I should have used better. It's really hard to make a better Mario game than Super Mario Bros. 2. We'll put it that way. That's what I was trying to say. Super Mario Bros. 3, I'd probably tie this game with Mario 3 in a lot of ways. And to be honest, I love the first game about just as much as 2 and 3. It's a lot simpler, yeah, but it's just simple Mario fun, you know? It's just Mario boiled down to its basics. That's what Super Mario Bros. 1 is, and I really love it for that. And I think Super Mario Bros. 2 added a lot of the elements that weren't in Mario 1 that most people... Same with 3. Oh, I didn't mean to pick Luigi again, but we'll go with it. Just gotta remember, I picked Luigi twice. Usually I do the Princess or Toad on this level. Well, I guess we can do Luigi again. I don't know, like this game was the first game that added the ability to stack mushrooms, you know? Now, when you get hit, you don't immediately turn small. Now, later games don't stack mushrooms as high. Like this game, you can stack more than 2, or you know what I mean. Like this game, you can stack more than 2 power-ups, but in later, like Mario 3, you can only stack 2, up to 2. A mushroom and a fire flower, or something like that. Well, actually, we're not going the shortcut route today, so I'm just gonna throw this here, get these coins. I don't know. I don't really have a like. I grew up playing New Super Mario Bros. Wii. That was my first Mario game. So like, nostalgia is not. You know, people assume that people who prefer the older Mario games over the newer ones just like nostalgia, but honestly, the original Super Mario Bros. Trilogy, they're my favorite games in the entire Mario series. 1, 2, and 3 on the NES. It's really, I mean, like, these 3 games are some of the most creative. They're some of the most innovative in the series, and they're some of the most unique too, and some of the most memorable. Like, I don't know. And I mean, a lot of later games, like the new Super Mario Bros. Games and even Super Mario Bros. Wonder, they just borrow a lot of their gimmicks and elements from these games. They're not nearly as innovative. And I don't think they're nearly as fun. And like Super Mario Bros. 2 and 1 and 3 as well, they're games that just stay fun. Every time you replay them, they're just as fun as last time. I can't say that for some of the newer Mario games. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, even it's a half decent Mario game, but every time you replay it, and I don't know, it's just not as fun, not as interesting. Because I think most of what made it interesting the first time playing it was the wonder effects, but now that you know all of them, it's just the magic's kind of gone with that game. I don't know. But these games, where I think the gameplay is the core focus, the main reason you'd come back, along with unique worlds and mechanics, these games are always fun. And you know, if you disagree with me, that's fine. I don't really care what other people think about my opinions, that is. But I don't expect you to agree with me. That's unreasonable, you know what I mean? And games are subjective, you know? There's nothing objective about video games aside from maybe there's a Goomba. You know, it's hard to argue that there's not a Goomba in the first level of the original Super Mario Brothers, right? Like, that's the only, you know, whether you enjoy a game or not, or whether a game is good is completely subjective. So, you know, don't let my opinions ruin games for you. Those are my opinions from my experiences. But maybe your experiences are different. I'm just spamming the button. The NES version, it's actually, there's a bit of skill. Okay, everyone, well, that's it for the first part. I guess we'll pick up on World 2 next week. Man, that wasn't very long, was it? I guess Mario 2, there's only 3 levels per world. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you just enjoyed listening. And you know what, if you have, I can guarantee if you've been listening to what I'm saying, you got your own thoughts worth sharing. So share them in the comments, you know? Because, you know, honestly, I want my channel, the goal of it is not really to just be entertainment for people. It can be. But the goal is to really spark interesting conversation and to bring up interesting ideas. So, if you got any, drop them in the comments. Whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, I bet I'll find them interesting. So that's it for this video. TMG out. Goodbye.